Most cars would use about 32 to 35 psi in their tires. So let's see if this will actually pump up 35 psi and how long it will take for it to do that. And also I have my thermal gauge with me so I can test the heat of this while it's pumping. I'm not going to waste too much time on dribble, so let's get right to it right now. Okay. On the VARSK, the way you're going to use this as an air pump is on the back end. There is a valve stem poking out right there, and the hose that it comes with, you will push it on to that and pull this lever down to lock it into place. So yeah, just be careful of that plastic valve stem that you don't break it off. And then this side will go into the tire. The button right here, it says push it forward, and I think that's confusing. Unless you're holding the vacuum cleaner backwards, that's the only way you're going to be actually pushing it forward. Most people are going to hold it in a normal fashion. Pull the button backwards. Let's go ahead and get this plugged into the tire. And guess what? Oh my goodness, it says 25 psi, which is where I took it. So that means this gauge seems to be very accurate. That is another plus about this VARSK. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this pumped up to 60 psi, and that way that would be actually 35 psi it would be doing, and how long it takes. And then I'll try to keep an eye on the thermal to see how hot it's getting and let you know throughout the video. 3, 2, 1. Oops, it stopped. Oh, wait a minute. I know why it stopped. I didn't set the cutoff. Well, we know the cutoff works now. That's interesting. PSI started coming down. You know what? The VARSK may have just broke after 15 minutes or 16. Well, it says 15:58. Oh my goodness, this might be the end. Wow, VARSK not even be able to pump up one tire with it? That is not good. Not good at all. Even if the pump went up, then I can still use it as a vacuum cleaner, hopefully. This is not good. I just need to give it a few more minutes, let it cool down. Let me see, where's the temperature at now? 118. All right, once it gets down to below 100, I will try it again, or at least 100, and try it again. Oh, I had such high hopes for this little thing. Well, if you can see that, the light still works. Let's see if the vacuum still does it. Yep, the vacuum seems to still work. Yeah, 116 degrees. It's taking a while to come down on temperature. So I would say, even if this does come back alive, it would take a while to get your tire pumped completely up, because you'd have to run it for 10 minutes and then stop it for probably at least another 10 minutes before to start again. That could take quite a while. But I still guess it's better than sitting on the side of the road for 2 hours waiting on AAA, right? Usually pumps that have protections inside them, they will just turn themselves off, protect themselves. But this one didn't turn itself off. It just started going backwards in the reading in the PSI. So it just didn't have enough power to keep pushing air out. 111 degrees. So it got up to 145 degrees, I believe, the highest temperature I saw. Let's be realistic here. A device like this is not made for a tow company to have in their kit to be out on the road helping people get their tires pumped up. No, this is just for an emergency, so there's precautions that we must take when we do that. We know when we're on the side of the road with a flat tire, you know, just use it for like 10 minutes, and if you haven't reached the PSI that you desire by the 10 minutes, just give it another 10 minutes to cool down and then try to finish it off, or get it up enough to where you can just safely drive to the nearest gas station to get it pumped up the correct pressure. But yeah, these are only meant for emergency use only. They're not meant to go out and make a living pumping people's tires up. So as long as we can have that, maintain that expectation, yeah, you know, should be a lot easier to deal with having to wait. Okay, 109 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and try it again and see if it will start raising the pressure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure or it's still going backwards again. Yeah, it is going backwards. Oh my goodness. Yep. Alright, it's done. I killed it. I killed it. It's dead. Oh my goodness, it's dead. Alright, what do I say? I don't know. I'm disappointed. I believe at about 15 minutes anyway, it started losing pressure instead of adding pressure. So that meant that either the motor was getting too hot or it was dying inside. And after I waited for, I would say, close to 10 minutes to let it cool down, it went down to 109 degrees Fahrenheit. And then when I plugged it back into the tire to turn it back on, but here was another thing to note. The reason I had to unplug it from the tire is because even with it off and it was plugged in the tire, it was still allowing air to escape the tire. So I think what happened was the seals probably melted inside this, which is unfortunate because it was 15 minutes. The Pittsburgh one that I have from Harbor Freight, I can pump my tire completely all the way up, doesn't ever shut off. So that's a really good pump, but probably the motor in this is probably about that big. It's just a teeny little, I'm sure it's a teeny little thing. But here's what I say, that's a nifty feature to have. But if you're going to put an option in your device to get people out of an emergency, then it should actually do what it should do. Get them out of that emergency. But as you saw, after at least 15 minutes, this is shot now. It don't even work anymore. After I let it cool down, it acted like it was gonna start building pressure and then immediately just started coming back down again. So it's shot. It's done. And that sucks. That sucks. To be honest, I just wish they hadn't have put that in there because they really screwed it up big time. Yeah, it wouldn't even pump up one tire and now it's done. Yeah, that is very, very disappointing, VARSK. You really messed it up. You missed the mark big time on this. Big time you missed the mark on this. If you're going to continue to make this, then you need to seriously fix this because not even be able to pump up one tire and it's dead, that is not saying very much for what you've created. It's a beautiful concept, but if you could get this to where it actually works, I would say it would be worth more than what you're even asking for. I know I never mentioned, because I forgot to in the first video, but I will just mention it here. The VARSK was $39.99 and the ThisWorx is $40.99. But anyway, VARSK, you really missed the mark. Seriously, big time, you missed the mark on that. You should never have included a tire pump that doesn't work. You just should not have done that. Other than that, I think it's an incredible vacuum. The other thing that I really like about this is that it says it's a wet and dry. Being able to vacuum up a wet spill is a big plus for a vacuum cleaner. Well, I guess that's it. I was so excited about the tire pressure test, but unfortunately the VARSK failed big time on the tire pumping. Big time, big time, big time, big time. I'll just go ahead and end it here, and I'll end like I always do. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, find someone that needs a reason to go on, and give them that reason. Even if their tire pump has died, still find a reason to give them a reason to go on. God bless each and every one of us, and I will see you in the next one.